How many fuckboys does it take to change a light bulb? No, wait, do you want to hear an actual joke? How many friends and guys does it take to change a light bulb? None. They just compliment it and get angry when it won't screw.
Everything's going. Okay. Welcome. Hello all welcome to Gun Factory Studios, a venue that supports independent artists in London. So today we're hosting an up and coming indie band that sounds as sweet as their name does, called Bubblegum. Could you all introduce yourselves for us?
I'm Gabby. I play bass.
I'm Henry. I'm the most important member. I sing.
I'm Helen and I play synth and I do a bit of backing vocals and the tambourine. Very important.
I'm Alex, resident jazzman.
I'm JV and I play drums.
So first off, just tell me about the name, the word, Bubblegum. What made you choose that?
Yeah, so it was, I'm going to let these guys off because it was originally a solo project. It was just me just fucking about. And I was smoking the Devil's Lettuce. And I turned to the dear friend that I was partaking with, and I said, "What's this?" And he said, "This is bubblegum." And I said, "Cool. Well, that's what I'm called then. No need to look any further." And then I hired all these people to join me in this horribly named project.
Yeah, you can take full credit for that.
As you can see, they are so cool. So I kind of I categorize you as an indie band. I know this is such a broad, encompassing term. I know indie it's essentially it's just this powerhouse in music at the moment. Do you agree with this label? Do you see yourselves as an indie band?
That's a big question, man. It's so big. The problem with it is it does just encompass so much, and it's what a lot of London bands get called. Because you just, as a London band, you take in everything. You eat it up. You snack on it. Whenever you see a car going by, you're like, oh shit, that's part of London. You know, there's music blaring out. You're like, that's part of it. But it becomes part of the sound. And indie was always built on that. So I think it's fair, but I think it's such a large genre.
Yeah, no, because we spent a bit of time, like when I first joined the band, just like really denying the indie label. And I mean, indie is just independent, like it doesn't really mean anything. But yeah, exactly. It just means nothing. But it's also like we were trying to like say like we were more like funk or soul and stuff like that. But it just gets to the point where it's just like we are an indie band, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. And we take all our influences like and wear them on our sleeves, like. Yeah.
I'd also say like, because if you think about the indie scene that's kind of like popping at the moment, like new young bands, like you're saying, like Sorry, Goat Go, Ugly, like things like that. I think they sound a little bit more edgy than us. I think we're quite not poppy, but like our songs are kind of more catchy and they're a bit more melodic than a lot of the stuff that people are writing at the moment, which isn't a good or a bad thing. It's just maybe it doesn't fit with the indie scene at the moment, but you could still label it indie. That's what I would say. I
would always say that any song that I start with always starts with a soul bass line. Really, like it starts with like Marlena Shaw and James Brown and Bootsy Collins while he was with James Brown. That sort of that real pushing bass line, that soul influence though. You know, the movement that goes along with soul. and then we throw in all the rest of it. But that's, you know. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, how can you be a bassist if you're not funky?
Keep up with the bomb and now like 20 Teddy Lord margarita in a hat. He takes a look, he takes a double, and does a trick and tells her, honey, I'm a natural! Honey, I'm doing it! Honey, I'm doing it! Honey, don't call me honey! Honey, don't call me honey! I wanna fuck like I already. You can take a piece of me. Easy come, easy go. Original sin. Plays around as the Americans play her and she's keeping up appearances on the furniture. She says, honey, you're the apple of my eye. She says, that's my light, something must have gone awry. He's so close to money, she can smell the rest on his breath. Red face can't stop time, he keeps shooting left. Loving's watching and neither is the judge. She says, oh honey, why won't you stop and bear a grudge? Hoo ha! I'm a raging for the next song. Hoo ha! And I'll be vengeful anywhere. And just be betrayed. He replies, I bet. Hold on, hold the drunk to me. I'm honey, yeah, that's it. Honey, honey, I'm doing it. Honey, I'm doing it. Honey, don't call me honey. Honey, don't call me honey. I wanna talk like Adam and Eve, and you can take a piece of me. Oh, easy come, easy go. I wanna. And you can take a piece of me. Oh, easy come, easy go. I wanna.
Hope you enjoyed that original sin. So we're back. How do you guys go around songwriting? Is there a rigid process that you stick to, or does it change from song to song?
Henry's the primary songwriter, but so he'll often come with like the base of a song, and then we'll work around it and stuff like that. So and it depends. It goes from song to song. Sometimes someone will come up with a riff or something like that, and we work around that. But yeah, Henry writes the lyrics and stuff like that, and we all write our own parts around it, basically.
And normally that's how it works, but a couple of times we've just like had a bit of a jam sesh at the end of a rehearsal or something like that, and then a song can end up coming out of that as well, or everyone just adds in their own little bit. It's quite nice.
I think for me, Henry doesn't ever think about what I'm meant to play, so I just play my own shit. It's mostly just it's sort of like cool chords, but I'll add my own little harmonies to it. Yeah, well, it's pretty much I'm the jazz man. I'll be honest. Like, yeah, that's my role.
Yeah, I think what happens is that Henry has an experience, and then he writes it down and comes to us and says, like, I'm really, really sad, or I'm really, really happy about this. Make me feel even more sad and happy about this experience, and that's how we write the music.
So I presume Henry does the lyrics. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Because they like they said they.
I want to fuck like Adam and Eve. You didn't hear that in the Bible.
No.
Yeah, and while Henry is the writes the lyrics and stuff like that, we often go through them together though. Like, he often asks for my opinion. So like, yeah. So for like, this wasn't one of the songs in the session, but for example, like Pastime Blues and stuff like that, we kind of worked through the lyrics together. Because like, what often happens with these characterizations and stuff like that is, it's like loads of our songs are kind of like about like fuck boys. and Henry always comes to me and like goes like, is it obvious that I'm not talking about myself?
So you've already released one studio album, three long years ago. I remember enjoying listening to it in the first couple of weeks of university, and now I'm speaking to you and I've graduated. So it's time ago. It's time ago. Yeah. So do you intend to release another in the near future?
I think I'm going to take this one. No. We're doing loads of singles, and I will tell you the reason for why. Because we have no money. We have very little money. No, we please give us money. No, we just don't have the resources. That album was recorded in my living room, me and Jamie. It was so much fun. We would record all times of the night, all times of the day. For about a year, and my neighbours started to complain. So we did that ourselves, and that was really fun. But we wanted to do something bigger. I mean, I definitely wanted to do something bigger because, you know, you can't just keep doing the same thing. So we've been going into studios doing singles, one single at a time, videos, and yeah, just working from there, because I think each of them have such individual ideas. Each song has such individual ideas as well, so it kind of doesn't fit into an album at the moment. But
like, have you got any gum? No, like I think definitely like you can get more of a theme if you do the singles. So like, you know, like doing different like single artwork and stuff like that is much more encompassing than just doing one album artwork, because I feel like they're all different, and it's much more fun as well. Like, just to go like to promote the shit of it, and then every single single we're like this is the one, this is the best one, and then we do another one, and then we're like, no, this is the one. That other one was rubbish. And it's never the one.
Because the last one I felt had this kind of lo-fi charm to it. Life in Colour had a kind of lo-fi charm to it.
I feel like we weren't where we are now in songwriting terms. I mean, me and Jamie have been writing together for, you know, years and years. Me and Alex have been writing together for, what is it? It's almost like 10 years or something stupid like that. It's about 9 years, I would say. And we were in bands before this. Me and Jamie were in bands before this, and we just, I think the feeling of needing to progress, of needing to feel a little more suave, like we've got our mojo, you know, it's like we can do studio stuff and not have to do the lo-fi thing. You know, I think that movement is really important. Yeah.
So, tell us about some of the pressures of performing live How do you deal with those pressures as an up and coming band?
Have a pint.
Not too many. Not too many. I think what's we're always really good. We never we you know when you hear bands going, oh my god, we got absolutely trashed and then played. I'm like, shut up, I don't care. Like, you played really badly, and like we have like 1 or 2 drinks, and then we go on stage and we have a drink whilst on stage. And if it goes really badly, we drink more. But if it goes really well, we drinks.
I wouldn't say it's a pressure. Like I think we have a lot more fun like playing live than just like in rehearsals. Like it gives like a different like dynamic to it. So much more energy. Like we play the songs different as well. Like when it's like Stranger Still, we'll like add like an extra chorus or something, or just like follow like what the vibe is. Like you know. Yeah, like it's an extra dynamic to it, so I wouldn't say it's a pressure. It's more like another aspect to it. Yeah.
I would say the same for me as well. Like, you go on stage and there's like, it's not necessarily nervousness, it's just excitement and like anticipation and energy, and you're kind of getting it off the crowd, and you're like scanning the room to see how many people have come in to watch you, and like that whole thing. Yeah, literally. But it's so nice though, because you go on stage and then you like start playing the first song and you're like, oh, we're back here again, like I'm playing with my best mates and just having the best time. And it's like what you think about the rest of the time is like, what's it going to be like when you're on stage? And then when you're finally there, you're like, oh yay, I'm doing it now, and it's great.
Oh, love you.
Yeah, no, since like this is the first band that I've like played live with and stuff like that, and it's like performing live has just become my absolute favorite thing in the world to do, because it is fun. Like you get on stage, you leave your phone in your bag because you don't want it to interfere with anything, and it's just like the be all end all. Like that's all you're doing. Like nothing else matters for the next half an hour. Like, and it's really nice. It's really fun.
It's a pressure, but it's a kick.
Yeah, you get such an adrenaline from it. Like it's lovely. It's so much fun.